Hey, welcome to GFQ. My name is Travis and tonight I'm making honey garlic pork tenderloins. This is a pretty easy dish. My kids really love it. It's very savory, delicious, got some sweetness to it. I've got 2 pork tenderloins here that I picked up at my local grocery store. I'm gonna bind it with Duke's mayonnaise. You guessed it, I love some Duke's mayonnaise. And I'm gonna hit it with Lane's Q-Nami on both sides. I mixed up some of my glaze, my finishing glaze that I'm going to use toward the end of the cook. I've got a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I'm using Q-Nami, has a new gluten-free soy sauce now. I'm super excited about that. And 2/3 cup of honey with 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. Mix that all together. I'm going to put it on as a finishing glaze, as I mentioned. Try to reserve some of that back in case someone wants to dip that there at the end. Also got some grilled vegetables I'm going to get along to go with it. And we're going to be cooking this on the Weber tonight. I'm going to be going hot and fast. It's going to be a quick cook, but really delicious. If you're looking for something to kind of change things up a little bit, just throw this on any kind of grill, gas grill, charcoal grill. I'm using a charcoal Weber grill just because it's kind of my little go-to guy. But we're going to get this lathered up now, so we'll go ahead and I'm just going to put a little bit of the Duke's mayo right there on top, just like that. And I'm going to get that mixed up on both sides, and I'm going to hit it with the Q-Nami, Lane's Q-Nami. This is some really good stuff. It's got some sweetness to it, but really good on pork. I did this a few weeks ago and the family absolutely devoured it. So we're going to get that Duke's mayonnaise there. Some use oil, some use duck fat. I like Duke's mayo. Gives a good flavor. It's a really good binder. And man, it is really good on chicken, really good on pork as well. All right, so we got that side nice and coated. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and we'll get the other side. A little bit there. Gotta get it all over, not too thick. You just want to coat it. Get this guy flipped over here, get a little bit more there. And we'll go ahead and hit it with the Lane's Q-Nami, generous amount. I'm just going to cover that mayo. We'll cover the whole tenderloin there. And we'll get it flipped. And you may have to put a little bit more where you touch it. You may lose a little bit of that. It's going to form an actual bark. A little sweet bark there. You may have to hit it again when I get it out on the smoker. I'm actually going to do the back side when I get out there. I'm not going to do the back. I'm not going to mess with this top here. I'll put this top straight on the grill, and then I'll do the back side once I get it on so I don't lose any of my seasoning. There we go. Get a nice little coat there. And I'm going to take that clean glove and I'm just going to pat it. I don't want to get any more of that mayo on there and lose my bark. I'm just going to pat it a little bit, and then we'll get it out to the Weber grill, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, we got a good hot fire grill going here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. I'm not gonna put them directly on the flames. I'm gonna put them right there as close as I can without actually being on the hot coals there. This one here, I'll try to get that thicker part and then just kind of hook that edge around there like that, and then I'm going to hit the top with my seasoning so I didn't lose that bark. I didn't want to hit it before I put it on. So we'll go ahead and get a good little coat there, get that on, and I'm going to check on these in about 12 minutes. This is a pretty quick 25-30 minute deal, so I'm going to flip these halfway through, so I'm going to check it in about 12 minutes. We'll be back. All right, I'm at that 12-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at these. Looking good, got a good little bark there. Oh man, yeah, look at those grill marks. So we're gonna go ahead and flip that over, and I'm gonna add my vegetables. I've got some zucchini, some squash, and some carrots. I put a little olive oil in there in a bag and put some Lane's brisket seasoning on there. And I'm just gonna put them right over here on the hot grates. We'll get the hatch closed. We'll just throw them down there. Oh yeah, smelling good, smelling good. And we're gonna go another 12 minutes, and then I'll come back out and I'll start checking temperature, looking for that 145 mark for pork. Don't wanna overcook it, but definitely don't wanna undercook it. So I'm looking for that 145 mark. So 10, 12 minutes, I'm gonna come back and take a temp. We'll be back. I'm at the 24-minute mark. It's been another 12 minutes. Go and check my temperature. I'm right at 141 there. 141.2 there. So I'm gonna go ahead and glaze. I'm trying to get her to 145. So let's go ahead and give it a glaze here. Right on the top. Got that honey garlic glaze. That smells so good. I like the way it drips on those coals and comes up. That's good stuff. Oh yeah. Right here on this side and do the same thing to this one. Just let it drip down on those coals. It's not gonna hurt anything. What I might do is might come right back over the top of that glaze with my Q-Nami, just so I don't lose that sweetness of the Lane's Q-Nami. I'll come right back over the top here. Hit it one more time. Just a little light dust right over the top there. And we're gonna close the hatch. We're gonna go another, no more than 10 minutes. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'd say about 7 or 8 minutes or so. It should be up to temp. We'll check our veggies as well. We'll be back. Honey garlic pork tenderloins. Relatively easy dish. I took 2 pork tenderloins from my local grocery store, cut them out of the package, patted them dry, coated them with Duke's mayonnaise on the front and back, and seasoned it with Lane's Q-Nami. And then I took it out to the Weber grill. I used a full stack of my chimney star, a full stack of coals, Kingsford of course, and put those on the Weber right near the coals, not on top of the coals, but right near it. So I'm cooking not really indirect, but almost indirectly. And so I'm running at full steam with the vents, both vents, top and bottom wide open. And I went 12 minutes, and then I flipped. After 12 minutes, I flipped it over and edged it up a little bit just to make sure it's right along the line. Added some of my vegetables. I did some zucchini, some squash, and some carrots. Added those to the other side there. And I went for about 10 minutes on that second side. I came out, checked the temperature, did my glaze with my honey garlic, the Kikkoman soy sauce. Kikkoman now has a gluten-free soy sauce. I'm proud of them for stepping up to the plate and doing that. I love some Kikkoman. And now they have a gluten-free soy sauce. I used a soy sauce and a honey and a garlic paste as my base there, and I put that over the top. I glazed it for 6 minutes. I pulled it off after 6 minutes with a total cook time of 30 minutes. Pull that off, let it rest, cut it up, and here we go. I've got a little corn on the cob. I've got a corn video also using Duke's mayonnaise with some Lane's signature seasoning. So if you want to see that video, how I did the corn, go check that video out. And so here we go. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what we got. Let's dive into that pork. I put a little extra glaze there. I saved some of that sauce to the end so I could pour it over the top. Really good, sweet, savory, tender. That's phenomenal. Really good. A little garlic on the back end, not too heavy, just right. Man, that's some good stuff. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. Hey, until next time, stay with me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out what I'm doing next. Who knows what it'll be. GFQ.